ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಚಾನಲ್. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೂ 2 ಸಮ್ಮರಿನ ಹಾಕಲೇಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸಮ್ಮರಿಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ವಿಶ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್.
Summary of The Daffodils. William Wordsworth's poem, The Daffodils, starts with the poet describing a time when he was wandering around by himself, feeling a little bit lost and maybe even a bit sad. He says he was lonely as a cloud, floating around in the sky. This sets a kind of gloomy mood at the beginning. But then, all of a sudden, his mood completely changes. He sees a huge number of daffodils growing near a lake, right under some trees. It wasn't just a few flowers, it was a whole crowd, a host of them, stretching along the shore as far as he could see. He compares them to stars that seem to go on forever in the Milky Way, emphasizing just how many there were. What really struck the poet was how these flowers were moving. The breeze was blowing, and they were all swaying and dancing. He uses words like fluttering and dancing to make them seem alive and joyful. He even says they were dancing in the breeze. The waves of the lake were also dancing, but he felt that the daffodils' dance was even more exciting and full of life. Seeing all those cheerful, dancing flowers had a big impact on the poet. He says he gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. At that moment, he just enjoyed the beautiful sight without fully realizing how much it would mean to him later. The poem then jumps forward in time. The poet is now at home, maybe lying on his couch, and he might be feeling vacant, empty, or pensive, thoughtful in a sad way. But then, something wonderful happens. The memory of those daffodils pops into his mind. He calls it his inward eye, which is like the eye of his imagination or memory. And when he remembers those dancing yellow flowers, it brings back all the happy feelings he had when he first saw them. He says his heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. So, even just thinking about those flowers is enough to make him feel joyful and alive again. In short, the poem is about a time when the poet was feeling down, but seeing a large group of lively, dancing daffodils by a lake made him incredibly happy. What's even more important is that the memory of those daffodils stayed with him. Whenever he felt sad or bored later on, just remembering that beautiful scene could instantly lift his spirits and fill his heart with joy. The poem shows how nature can have a powerful and lasting positive effect on our mood and well-being. It's about finding happiness in simple things and how those memories can comfort us even long after we've experienced them. Simple summary of Wordsworth's Upon Westminster Bridge. William Wordsworth's sonnet, Upon Westminster Bridge, September 3, 1802, captures a very specific moment in time and place. The poet standing on Westminster Bridge in London early one morning. The poem isn't just a description of what he sees, it's about the deep emotional impact of that particular view. The poem begins with a strong declaration. Earth has not anything to show more fear. With this first line, Wordsworth immediately tells us that what he is witnessing is the most beautiful sight he has ever seen. This sets a tone of awe and wonder right from the start. He then proceeds to describe the city of London as it lies still and peaceful in the early morning light. Usually, London would be a bustling, noisy hub of activity, but at this hour, it's different. The sun has just risen, and its light bathes the entire cityscape in a serene glow. Wordsworth lists the various elements of the city that he observes: ships, towers, domes, theatres, and temples lie open unto the fields and to the sky. This line is particularly striking because it presents these man-made structures as being open and exposed to the natural world, the fields and the sky, suggesting a sense of harmony and tranquility. The absence of the usual noise and activity is also significant. Wordsworth notes, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. London was already becoming known for its smog during this time, so the smokeless air highlights the unusual purity and clarity of this particular morning. The sunlight makes everything bright and glittering, enhancing the beauty of the scene. The poet emphasizes the stillness of the city. Never did sun more beautifully steep, in his first splendor, valley, rock, or hill. Ne'er saw I, never felt, a calm so deep. Here, he compares the beauty of the rising sun over London to the beauty of natural landscapes like valleys, rocks, and hills. He claims that he has never seen or felt such a profound sense of calm as he does at this moment, looking at the sleeping city. The word, deep, suggests a profound and almost spiritual quietude. Wordsworth continues to personify the city, giving it human-like qualities. The river glideth at his own sweet will, dear God. The very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still. The river Thames, usually busy with boats in movement, is described as flowing gently, at his own sweet will, suggesting a lack of forceful activity. The houses are described as being asleep, reinforcing the sense of peace and quiet. The powerful image of the city is a mighty heart, that is, lying still, is particularly potent. It suggests that beneath all the usual hustle and bustle, there is a fundamental stillness and potential for beauty. The final lines of the sonnet express the depth of the poet's emotional response. For never did I never felt a calm so deep. Repeated for emphasis, the city now doth, like a garment, wear the beauty of the morning, silent, bare. He uses the metaphor of a garment to describe how the morning light and the stillness seem to clothe the city in beauty. The words, silent, and bare, further emphasize the quiet and unadorned loveliness of the scene. In essence, Upon Westminster Bridge is more than just a description of a cityscape at dawn. It's a moment of profound connection between the poet and the city. Wordsworth, usually drawn to the beauty of nature, finds utterly captivated by the unexpected tranquility and beauty of urban London under the soft light of the rising sun. The poem highlights the idea that beauty can be found in unexpected places and that even a bustling city can possess a deep and moving serenity at the right moment. It's a testament to the power of observation and the ability of nature, in the form of the morning light and the flowing river, to transform even a man-made environment into something breathtakingly beautiful.